Live from the WCTV studios, this is Eyewitness News at noon. Coverage you can count on.
Good afternoon, everyone. Shonda has the afternoon off. The accused triggerman in the murder of an FSU law professor goes to court. Well, Sigfredo Garcia appeared before a judge this morning. He's accused of shooting Dan Markell in the head as part of a murder-for-hire plot. Markell was killed as he pulled into the garage of his Benton Hills home back in 2014. Today's hearing took just minutes. Garcia will be back in court in April. There's no trial date yet. Garcia's girlfriend, who is also charged in awaiting trial in Markell's murder, was in court yesterday. Catherine McVanoa was supposed to stand trial February 27th, but the judge agreed to delay the trial. McVanoa's defense team says it needs more time to question new witnesses and review FBI surveillance video and recordings. Happening right now, a vote is expected on Betsy DeVos anytime now. This is a live look as the U.S. Senate continues to debate her nomination for Education Secretary. People from across the country are pushing their local politicians to deny her vote. That includes some protesters in Tallahassee on Monday. As you see right here, several people coming together outside Senator Marco Rubio's office, asking him to not vote for DeVos, saying she is unqualified.
Apparently has never attended a public school. She doesn't send her kids to public schools, and she's spent a lot of money and effort trying to destroy the public schools.
Protesters also voicing concern over Rubio's acceptance of campaign money, they say, from the DeVos family. They say it's over $98,000. They believe he should just excuse himself from the vote for her altogether. Well, the vote for DeVos is expected to come down any time now. The Senate up all night debating the nomination. Nancy Cordes has the latest from Capitol Hill.
Just one more Republican. That's all we need. Just one.
More than a dozen Senate Democrats pulled the all-nighter.
Parents and teachers in this country are freaked out,
railing against Betsy DeVos and reading aloud from constituents' letters.
She will not improve the experiences of marginalized communities.
They are reacting to a torrent of mail.
Good morning. Thank you for calling Senator Casey.
And hundreds of thousands of phone calls.
We will not be voting for this nominee.
Some senators had to assign extra staffers just to man the phones.
I've received 48,000 pieces of mail opposed to Ms. DeVos.
DeVos is a billionaire businesswoman and longtime advocate for school voucher programs, which Democrats argue divert funds from public schools.
She did not know what I was talking about.
They say her lack of public school experience was on display in her confirmation hearing.
The proficiency is if they've reached a third grade level for reading, etc.
No, I'm talking about the debate between proficiency and growth.
The controversy has followed Republicans home, with demonstrations outside their state offices. But so far, only 2 Republicans say they're voting no. Others, like John Cornyn of Texas, argue the education system needs an outsider.
So yes, Ms. DeVos is going to shake things up a little bit, but more importantly, she's going to be part of this effort to return power to parents and teachers.
Well, officials are expecting the vote to be split 50-50, resulting in Vice President Pence casting the tie-breaking vote in favor. Well, meanwhile, President Trump's immigration and travel ban is now in the hands of a federal appeals court in San Francisco. A 3-judge panel is set to hear oral arguments from the Justice Department by 6 p.m. over the phone. The department is saying the ban is necessary to protect national security. Washington State's Governor Jay Inslee is defending the lawsuit against the travel ban.
We care about national security, but we need to make decisions based on facts, not alternative facts.
The president making headlines as he met with troops in Tampa yesterday. He took aim at the media, accusing news organizations of hiding facts about terror attacks. Well, Florida lawmakers are moving towards fixing the state's death penalty system. A Senate panel passed a plan requiring unanimous juries in death penalty cases on Monday. The courts have struck down Florida's prior laws, only requiring a majority and 10-2 votes on the juries for death penalties. This new plan does not say if this will affect current death row inmates. Well, this woman is heading to prison for a deadly high-speed crash in Tallahassee. Arrest papers say that Ashley Harvey was behind the wheel in January of 2015 when she T-boned 24-year-old LaVon Reese's car. The crash happened at the intersection of North Monroe and Talpico Road. Investigators say Harvey had drugs in her system, was going nearly 90 miles an hour just before the crash. And yesterday she pled no contest to vehicular homicide. A judge sentenced her to 3 years behind bars plus 5 years of probation. Bainbridge residents are asking for something to be done about a deadly intersection. The area where Bethel Road meets US 27 has been the scene of 2 deadly crashes in less than a week. The latest crash involving Brenda Gale Solis. They say she actually lives on Bethel Road. BPS says a semi was involved in the wreck, but authorities have not said how it happened exactly. The intersection does not have a full traffic signal. We spoke to one man near the scene who tells us the intersection needs to change.
I know it's a braking light, but it ain't slowing down. Look at that, how it flying. It ain't slowing down. It's been crazy, man. It need to tighten up, baby. Need to tighten up, get on this job. Put some traffic lights up there. Then we won't have that. Cause we got kids walk this area too. Every night. We don't know what's going to happen.
The father of last week's victims also speaking out. 29-year-old Crystal Veliz died when a truck T-boned her SUV. We spoke to her father last Friday. He told us changes need to happen soon.
They should be. They've been trying to petition for years to get one out here. And I feel like it's the county and them's fault that all this happened. The man that hit her didn't even put on brakes out there. Pushed her out in the intersection.
City officials say they can't do anything about the intersection themselves. They say anyone with complaints should call the Georgia Department of Transportation. Help is on the way to Thomas County. Residents affected by the tornadoes and severe storms last month. Starting tomorrow, FEMA is opening a disaster recovery center in Thomasville. This is to help homeowners and businesses in need. It'll be located at the fire department on Remington Avenue. There are 8 other South Georgia counties on the disaster declaration list too. All that information you can find on our website, wctv.tv. An FSU student speaking out after his Google phone catches fire. As Joseph Zelanka says that he had this Nexus 6P actually made by Google for about a year. He says the last Tuesday before going to sleep, he put it on the charger next to his bed when the incident happened. Those who've heard about it are in shock.
It's crazy to see it actually happening to people too. It's dangerous. It's absolutely dangerous. And with the Note 7 happening, you really wouldn't expect this to happen to another device too.
Nail says incidents like this will make her pay closer attention to how she handles her own phone. Google says they were unaware of this incident but are planning to look into it. A call to action within the community. Genesis Church is looking for volunteers to help with Prom Night this Friday. The church is hosting its 3rd night to shine at their church in Tallahassee. It's a prom night for people with special needs. Staff at the church say that they need more volunteers, especially buddies who will serve as dates for these wonderful young men and women.
You get to be their dance partner all night long, take pictures in our cool photo op booth, and it's just such a fun time because you get to be the person that enjoys prom with them and make the night special for them, make them really feel like the king and queen of the prom like they really are.
The kids attending are ages 14 and up, and if you would like to help out, you can find more information on our website. It's wctv.tv. I don't know if they'll put you in a cow outfit or not for this. We'll find out. Well, coming up, he's bringing home the trophy, but not the jersey. What happened to quarterback Tom Brady's shirt after the Super Bowl? That's what he wants to know, and so do the Texas Rangers. They're after you, Rob. What's happening in our forecast today?
His jersey's safe by me, that's for sure.